everybody, and welcome to the Dead Unicorn, the tabletop role-playing game club. My name is Corey, and today we're playing Shadow Empire. It is Legend of the Five Rings, and Tarek needs a second. He needs about a minute, he said.
So he can go last.
He's giving me side-eye. So while we give him that minute, I would like to say a happy Mother's Day to everybody. And we're going to be telling everybody what clan our mother is part of, each and every one of us. And that's what Tarek needs a second for. So while we give him that time, let me just say who the winner is of our poll. I just let the poll ride from last time, and I know it's a little unfair to Sasha because she wasn't part of that poll for 2 weeks in a row. So give her some extra special love this next week when I put up the poll. But this time, because I got I got triple the votes because I put the poll up last week early, and so I only got like 5 votes, and now I got like 15. Kuranagi's now the winner.
Nice.
So Kuranagi, congratulations. There will be a fresh poll this week, I promise.
I'm being neglected.
Nice. What about Daisuke? He hasn't had a vote for him for like ages.
Daisuke got 0% of the vote. I'm sorry, Matt. We've got to get you more popular.
Wait, didn't you get one like 4 games ago?
I
maybe?
don't remember.
I'm pretty sure like 4 games ago you had it. When we were in the fight, you got it.
The way the cameras are
I
lined
have
up,
not been keeping track.
the way the cameras are lined up, I actually am looking at the people who get it the most in order from one side to the other, and it's Sasha, Crystal, Tarek, me, Matt.
So I do know Matt gets the least amount of these, but that's I mean, I can't control the public. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. Maybe I don't want you to feel bad.
I mean, to like everyone else's credit, I don't usually put in my vote either, so I just leave it to the will of the universe.
Yeah, right. So maybe I don't know.
Matt, don't feel bad about voting for yourself.
I would feel bad about
just
voting for
get
myself.
to vote
It feels
myself,
cheap.
so, and I don't always vote for myself. When I do vote, sometimes it's for somebody else.
So I didn't hit the go live button last game, and I had kind of an announcement I wanted to say, and it kind of got cut off. But let me do it this time properly. I am starting a Kickstarter. It's going to be a backer kit for a role-playing game adventure called City and Starlight. It will have rules for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, Pathfinder 2nd edition, and Cypher Fantasy. So all 3 of those rule sets in one book. It will be easy to find your correct rule set. So yeah, I'm if you like any of those games, please check it out in the description. I hope it's in the description. I'm gonna check that description.
You can put it there.
I'm gonna put it there if it's not there.
Oh, that's a thought. You can also buy this adventure if you want to have a rubric for how to convert between the 3 systems.
There you go.
But yeah, Cypher, the best system.
Well, says you, Crystal.
It's my favorite.
I'm sure Tarek.
Of the 3, I'll give that to you as well.
I think Tarek likes Pathfinder 2nd edition.
I do very much so.
And I think Sasha's really into Dungeons and Dragons.
Me.
So, everybody has their special little boy, and I'm giving everybody the rules for their special little boy. Personally, I do like Cypher the best, but I definitely appreciate Dungeons and Dragons and Pathfinder 2nd edition.
Definitely.
Also, significantly less importantly, but you guys all missed my hilarious Obi-Wan Kenobi impression from
Oh
last
no!
session.
It
Click the live button.
is on Moonbeam. It is. So
Who
there's a
even
link.
knows what Moonbeam is?
Nobody knows what
I don't
Moonbeam
know.
is.
I don't know.
I'm trying to make it a thing. Okay.
What's Moonbeam?
I'm gonna put the
Exactly.
backer kit thing
The
here
D&D
real
spell.
quick. City in Starlight. Backer kit adventure. And let me find the thing for this. Where's the customize your launch page? Preview the page. Yes. Copy. Okay. And paste. And save. Okay, it should be there for everybody now. You can click that, and the Kickstarter will launch on June 11th. I need 1 month for good marketing. So, if you know anybody if you like that, please consider signing up. The book is going to be $25. If you know anybody who is interested in that kind of stuff, please let them know. We're a small YouTube channel, and all of the word of mouth is super important. That said, I'd also like to thank our patrons on Patreon for supporting us, and there will be more stuff coming on Patreon. My temp job is pretty much over. I have 3 days next week, but other than that, there'll be a post on Patreon for some new content there. There's going to be some more videos coming on the YouTube channel, so watch out. We're gonna start pushing some videos here because, like, I've been neglecting. I need to make more videos to get more people in the channel, so more people go to the Backer Kit. That's just how the marketing works. So thank you for all of your support during this time. Let's go and introduce everybody and their character, and I want you to tell me what clan your mother is. Like, for my mother, she would be a Mantis clan. Why? Because my mother is pretty salt of the earth, pretty no nonsense, but also willing to skirt the rules to get what she wants. She has very many lessons for me on why didn't I take advantage of this situation. That, you know, how dare I not be a little less scrupulous? Just do the thing, and I can't do. I have this, like, ethical moral center that, like, I can't believe that I came out of my mother because I am so unlike that.
Are you sure you came out of her? Do you have physical evidence of that?
I don't. I have a birth certificate.
Sounds sketchy.
I know.
Everybody has one of those. That could mean
You have
anything.
legal
Anyways.
evidence, but you don't have physical evidence.
My mother means the best for me. She wants the best for me, and she is devoted to doing that, and that's why I love her. Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Let's move on to... Oh, Tarek might need some more time. Tarek might need some more
You
time.
can go last.
We're gonna go to Matt first.
Oh no. Well, I'm not quite 100% sure, or about which clan it would be, because my mom is also kind of salt of the earth as well, but I haven't looked into much of the Mantis clan myself. I was assuming, well, you know, she did come up from a rough upbringing where, you know, you never knew what would happen the next day. Yeah, especially politically or even socially. And she was interested in becoming a pharmacist too. A lot of backstabbing happening as well from all the stories I remember from other people. I was thinking Crab Clan, but
This
100% on that.
we are way too into L5R, as you can see. We really need to get into the details of this. What is your character, Matt?
Oh, so all right. So my character is Doji Daisuke, a courtier of the Crane clan and aspiring apprentice to the new White Dragon, and he is trying to improve his poem currently in this session. So hopefully he will find better inspiration to marry two separate ideas and congeal them into a more cohesive idea. That's a little more palatable and would not be politically twisted by any opposition. Yep. And that's got to be rough.
Who's next?
All right. Let's see. Crystal kind of disappeared. So.
I don't have an answer, but I would
Oh, I
like to
disappeared?
twist
Oh no!
Dojidai's political message.
Now you're back.
All right. Let's go with Tarek then.
No, I said I don't have an answer yet. I would just like to say I would like to twist Doji Daisuke's political message.
Wonderful.
Tried to protect from your political enemies, couldn't protect from your allies.
Yeah.
Oh well. Sasha?
Hi, I play Bayushin Aaron. She's a scorpion duelist. Besties with that little package of menace over there who's wiggling his eyebrows. And ex-fiance to the crane. And she's the kind of the person that you call when you need someone to fight for you. So that's pretty much what she's good at. Yeah, currently she's being harassed by spiders, both literally and spiritually, it seems. So hopefully we'll find out what that's about.
At least you're not lost.
Tarek, have you gone yet?
No, not yet, but I need time, so go somewhere else.
That's Crystal.
All right, I'm Crystal. I play Moshi Sora. I think that my mom would be a phoenix because, you know, she enjoys the finer things in life. She's an artist. She's a spiritual person. And it just feels right for her fiery spirit to be part of the Phoenix. And as far as Moshi Sora goes, she is a fire caster. Okay, sorry, I just heard something weird.
Sorry, there might be background noise. I got my windows open.
Moshi Sora is someone who cares about the people and about healing. Her goal is to learn as much about helping people as possible. And her current project is to try to help Naurin by figuring out where the heck all these spiders are coming from. So, we're about to see. I hope it's good. And I believe that just leaves Tarek.
No, James.
Oh! Okay, James.
I play Ide Youngso, the tiny spy and courtier of our group, and also the tiny tank when I have my armor. And I'm going to take a little while longer, in part to give Tarek a little more time, and just because I really want to brag on my mom. My mom is effectively a medicine woman of Native American tradition and the record holder for women on most times consecutively completing the Appalachian Trail. 2,107 miles average per trip, and she did it 3 years in a row.
Cool.
And because of that and her deep love of nature and all of those things and just finding joy in it after consulting with Corey and a couple others in our group, I think she would be a Shugenja of the Kitsune, the Fox Clan, because she's always looking to see the bright side of things, finds joy in everything, and shares it with everybody she meets. I mean, when she bought her property in Virginia, she had a cattle rancher next door that was pissed off that this hiker of the Appalachian Trail, because they stole his grandparents' land and to make the trail, and he was going to be mad at her. Upon first sight of her, she's leaning over his fence, scruffling one of his cows, going, "Aren't you the cutest thing?" And he just immediately said, "There's no way I could be mad at her anymore." Just automatically makes friends everywhere she goes.
Sounds like a Kasune to me.
And now it's Tarek's turn. Time's up.
Yeah, so I'm Tarek. I play Shishiro Kuranagi, your friendly neighborhood scorpion, who is not standing right behind you with a knife right now. That's definitely not what she's doing.
Absolutely not.
I got a wall right
Never
behind
would.
me, so
Why
that's
would you even
definitely
think
true
that?
for
That's
me.
so weird of you to
I know
think.
she's not
That's
standing
so
behind me with a knife because I know she's
strange.
standing behind someone else with a knife.
She's
Okay, so
she is
if
standing
I'm gonna
behind me
talk
with the
about-
knife because there's a cheese plate back there, and I'm getting some cheese.
Yeah, she's just getting you cheese. Delicious cheese. Totally not poisoned
Don't worry, I
cheese.
have a ninja's one weakness: a bear claw.
Okay, so if I was going to describe my mom as a
I have one of
member
those
the clan,
too.
I would say this is a little weird, but I'd say she is a Kitsu of the Lion Clan because she is a lifelong like medicine person. She's worked in medicine her entire life since she was 19 years old. For 43 years, and then her family, my whole family is from the military. They were all involved in the military. My dad, my mom, my grandparents were all, people who were tied to the military. They grew up in a military city. So yeah, there you go. That's my mom.
That's your
She's
mom.
a very nice lady. Very nice lady. Very, very always looking to help people out and heal them.
She
So,
is a nice lady. I've met your mom. She's great.
yeah.
Oh,
Happy
She
Mother's
still-
Day to
she
Tarek's
gets her,
mom.
she still gets your Christmas cards and is excited every time she does.
I haven't done it in years, and I should
Well,
get
every
back.
time you send one though, she loves it. She always dotes on them every time
And-
you send one.
And Matt, Happy Mother's Day to your mom too. I know your mom, and
I want to add one little extra phrase about my family. I also come from a military family, and my dad was a biker before I was born with the Outlaws, and my mom was a hippie, and of the two, mom was the more dangerous.
I believe that.
I am seriously curious to know the stories behind that.
Let's just say what I overheard at the salon will stay at the salon.
so Wargiz asked, when is the L5R rules for the Backer Kit project, City and Starlight? And I will answer that actually. The L5 rules will come as soon as there is an open license on L5R rules.
Once they allow us to move for it.
Now,
When is
maybe a free little translator might appear on the Discord at some point, but
when it's legal, that's when it will happen.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
and technically they're already in there because of Adventures in Rokugan being 5th edition.
Well, there you
back.
go. Adventures in Rokugan.
I just wanted to say we did already play this game on this channel, but it wasn't called City and Starlight. It was called The Sunken City.
Nope, it was called the Sunken Fortress. So this
Sunken
adventure,
Fortress.
This adventure
okay.
is the adventure is based on a previous adventure that I wrote.
He's made some tweaks.
I've made lots of differences.
Yeah, especially for like the cipher one. There's some
It's
significant differences.
Significant changes. It's bigger. It's better. It's more badass. And there's bespoke art for it too. We've paid some artists, and Matt's got a little piece in it as well.
Aw.
All right.
Even though now my character is brain dead.
You never ever asked me to make art for you, which is probably smart.
Here's a stick figure.
I could do some abstract art for you, Corey. I don't know if Corey remembers this, but I used to be really big into art a long time ago,
Well-
back when I was young.
I was about to say, when I need a hand turkey, I'll call you right up.
Yeah. I did
Gobble,
a great hand
gobble.
turkey, okay? That was a fantastic hand turkey, and nobody can take that away from me.
No, Ike. Let's figure something out, Tarek. Let's.
Well, yeah,
jam
but like my
sometime.
medium isn't digital. That's the biggest problem. I used to do like paintings and like portraits too, but I would do like charcoal and pastels and stuff. So
Corey can call us when he
Didn't
needs a
know
voice
that
line.
about you.
You could also call me whenever you need a voice actor. I'll make up a goofy voice
Yeah.
for you.
100%.
Everybody
now that we're
likes
not living
voice
in a place
acting.
where our neighbors threaten us with a gun, I can scream if you need me to scream for voice
Yeah.
recording. Because
That's
I'm
true.
not.
Do we
fearing
want to
for
go
my
back
life
and do dramatic podcasts?
Oh my
we can
god,
do that.
how
I'm not
many
fearing for my
times did
life
I do that
anymore,
scream?
So that's totally safe to do now.
Super down.
All right.
I'd have to close my windows, but I can do that.
You're in the middle of nowhere, James. What are you talking about? Anyways, let us
I know, we're like 30
get
minutes
to the
in
game.
already.
I know we love to catch up and be friends.
We also love to brag about our moms.
Okay.
True.
There is a tree called. I gotta get my
Are you talking about Saibon Shoki?
Saibon Shoki.
There's a tree. It's full of spiders. I try not to think about it too much.
Yeah.
It's currently covered in spiders that are saying hello
Yep.
in kanji.
They have arranged themselves to be a kanji that says hello, and they are ready to answer your questions because you have summoned them. You have summoned them with your ritual. All of you together who have participated in this ritual. So they are
Makes
ready.
me feel like I took some drugs beforehand, but let's do this.
Can only Crystal can. Only who can? Not all of us can see this.
Who participated in the
I
ritual?
assume Daisuke's on his way to
By participated in the ritual, you mean literally has the commune with spirits ritual?
The people who were
Provided assistance?
provided assistance are all
Right,
part of
so
the
the people
ritual.
who have
You
this.
all did the ritual.
So it's everybody here except for Naren. That's nice.
And Matt, you are there. We all got back together for this ritual. You don't remember?
Oh.
Yeah, you're there too. Everybody's at the same place. I got everybody together at the end.
Okay.
It's a party.
Hmm.
A spider party.
Cole is very uncomfortable putting us up against spiders as a split group.
We
Yeah,
call it
obviously spiders are about to be the fight of our lives.
an arachno fiesta.
Yes!
I don't really have any questions to ask or anything, so all Youngso's going to be doing is maintaining the ritual to keep it stable so that everybody else can ask all the questions they want.
All right. So maybe you guys can confer about what you want to ask before you ask the spiders that may be something you'll want to do. Or maybe you just go and ask.
I mean, they're kind of my spiders.
I do believe, since Naurin is the person that this is all about, we should see what she wants to know.
Yay.
So, Naurin, is there anything in particular that you would like to talk to the spiders about?
Nara nods and says, ever since even before I first saw the spiders in the city, I had this feeling that I would need to see the Sage of Spiders again. I would be very shocked if this wasn't his doing, but still, I would like to know what he wants from me. How do I find him again?
They change into an arrow pointing down, and there's a kanji for down.
Get down on it.
Burr, burr, burr. Burr, 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 burr.
Is the Sage of Spiders beneath Saibon Shoki?
The spiders change again, and then they come up to the kanji for path.
Okay.
The Sage of Spiders is below Saibon Shoki. That's weird. But you know what? Kind of makes sense. We're gonna have to bother those turtle people again. That's unfortunate. I assume someone's telling Naren what they say, because...
Yes.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
Telling Naren what?
What the
see
spiders say?
this. You can't read?
I literally asked who could see the spiders.
Everybody.
And you said people assisting in the ritual who provided literal assistance.
Oh, no.
It sounded like you were asking who can talk to them.
the spiders.
No, I said who can see the spiders.
Everybody
Everyone.
can see the spiders.
They are literal, actual spiders.
Okay.
In fact, everybody should gain a strife from all of the spiders, because it's kind of creepy.
There's so many spiders.
If you have an arachnophobia, though, you should gain 3 strife and avoid.
+1 strife.
So yeah, you can see the that they said down, and you can see that they answered with path.
Why now, I suppose? I don't know if they can still... I don't know if they can still answer, but...
You want to ask them why now, and I mean, they just kind of...
Like, I'm trying to figure out what the Sage of Spider... Like, what does the Sage of Spiders want better than why now? Like, that was my previous question.
I think that's a question for the Sage of Spiders.
All right. Well, so the path to the Sage of Spiders lies beneath this tree. Is that what I'm interpreting here?
I mean,
What it looks like it's trying to say.
That's what it looks like.
That's rather odd.
you see a couple spiders kind of fall off the tree as the spiders start huddling closer together.
Yeah,
How about
I was kind of
when-
wondering if, like, we only have so many questions, and
Yeah.
eventually we'll have less and less spiders.
How about when? When should I go to see him?
They make like they put up a kanji that basically says that they don't have that information.
Not available.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try again tomorrow.
Or a magic 8-ball.
Yeah.
Magic spider ball. Okay. Well,
I suppose we could ask them if there's anything they need to tell us from the Sage of Spiders.
that's a good question.
Okay. I will ask them if they have any particular message to give to us from the Sage of Spiders.
Yes. So, they will turn into the kanji for beware.
Oh.
And then they turn into they say it's beware, and then they reconfigure themselves to between stars.
Uh-oh.
A few more spiders fall into the snow, and The spiders get a little closer and tighter together. They lose the kanji faster.
Should we ask them if they know... if they have any information about the Sage Between Stars? Since they've mentioned this person.
Nara nods. Might as well. We don't have much information to go off of, except for the fact that Kuranagi feels like she is being watched.
Do you or the Sage of Spiders know who the Sage Between Stars is? And if so, give us that information.
I doubt they know who he is, but perhaps they could tell us why we must beware him. Or them.
They'll put up a kanji for no name.
No name.
Yeah, the Sage Between the Stars, his name is Jon Snow.
No, it's Noname. That's the name.
There's no
Noname.
name. No name. No name.
Do you know anything else about the Sage of Spiders?
Of spiders?
Sorry, the Sage Between Stars.
There's a kanji for brand.
For what? Brand?
For brand, like a
Oh,
like a cattle brand.
okay.
And then they lose enough spiders that they can't form any more kanji, and they start to kind of like go back down into the warmth of the tree, and there's lots of spider corpses there in the snow.
Poor spiders. Naren feels kind of bad about all the dead spiders.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I'm sorry. I didn't realize this would cost any lives.
Well, that has left me with significantly more questions than I had before, but I suppose at least we know where we should start looking. I wonder if that's why Bobo was going down there in the first place. Perhaps we should have given the place a better look around, but I think we were all rather keen on getting out of there after we interrupted their wedding.
Well, it looks like we may need to be returning, and sooner than expected. But, perhaps we should take care of anything pressing in town before we try down there again.
As long as we return before we leave the city and before Winter Court, that should be enough, I would think.
Winter Court should be over, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay,
Everybody's
so
getting-
it's at least drawing to a close.
Yeah, everybody's getting ready for the impending doom that's about to happen.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought the next part was going to be Winter Court, so I didn't understand.
No, we came
Or that
here
was the original
instead.
plan changed. Okay, well, thank you for your assistance.
Who are you thinking?
Moshi Sora and
Oh,
Kuronagi
okay.
in the ED episode.
Yes, yes.
You're most welcome. I think we should discuss next steps.
What do you mean next steps?
What should we do with this information? And what else needs to be done in town?
Did Doji Daisuke tell us anything about his attempts at publishing poetry, or is that like a private thing that we're not aware of?
I believe Daisuke made it apparent that he was going to do that, but
You made it aware to me, but I don't think you made it known to the rest.
And I think I think the Kiro Isobe was telling you that you should consult with your friends, but I don't think that happened yet. So this might be something you want to do. I don't know if you want to.
Everybody's
do that or
here.
not. We are all here.
Well, I don't know if any of you were aware, but I was hoping to publish some poetry that I wrote overnight, and I had full intentions of doing so throughout the day. But if we should do something alternative, I'm willing to put that plan aside or forego it. But I was thinking about publishing something to help with those who have been having a hard time staying in the city of the Rich Frog, and those who are well under the Boseki, like the foot of the Boseki and Dokugeru, having them forced to stay, and those who are attempting to flee from the impending battles that more than likely might happen within the city. I was hoping to at least give them the courage to, fortify themselves or redouble their plans to make their escapes however they could. But I was made aware of the fact that my message could be twisted into the benefit of the sorry, I'm trying to remember the name of the opposing group that we're trying to usurp.
Gazoku?
Yes, thank you, the Gazoku. So, but my message might be twisted to the benefit of the Gazoku, so I'm attempting to fortify it so that way it wouldn't be twisted to their benefit, where they would have
What is your message exactly?
like yeah, and out of character I'm trying to figure out like the most succinct way to spell it out. Like, be resilient in the decision you're going to make. I'm not saying it in character, but I'm trying to I'm not trying to say it as Daisuke right now, but like I'm thinking that the message is essentially trying to say, like whatever you choose, understand that this, man, especially these like if you're going to, and like the reasoning keeps on slipping my brain because the point has been made. Ugh. This is why I prefer to role play instead of actually coming up with
basically what you're thinking is that you want to tell people whether they stay or go, it doesn't matter, that they should follow whatever their beliefs are.
Yes, and like be resilient on the path that you choose. That's what I was trying to think.
So, is your message one of unity?
Yes.
Or one of It seems like one of everybody go where they may.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was under the impression that your goal was to unite the various families of the Keru, and your influence through your poetry may be a powerful avenue for you if you use it correctly.
Mm.
James, since you have a pretty high what's your composition?
Composition itself is only a 1.
Oh, never mind then.
But
who has a composition of at least 2? Anybody?
I don't think anybody does.
Nope.
'Cause
Okay.
Matt,
Yeah,
What?
Daisuke has 3.
Daisuke has
You're
3.
talking at least 1, then it's 2 people. If
For
you're
what?
talking 2, then it's just Matt.
For what?
Composition.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could see how I'll just give it to you that you can see how a message as broad as like whatever you do, like be resilient with it, could be changed to, hey, do what you really want to do is what we want you to do, and you should be resilient in that,
Hmm.
right?
Whatever you choose, we of the Samurai case support it. But that might get skewed
But-
really badly.
But Sasha's character Naren brings up a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Your true goal here is to unite the families.
Mm-hmm.
So
probably
Oh,
go
you're
in that
kidding.
direction instead.
does that message of whatever you do, you should do it. You should have heart in it, and you should feel honor in that. Does that vibe with having 3 families come together?
Yeah, I feel like your message is sending a cross tether of like, all of you go away. Like, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care. We're not gonna care. You
All
should
right.
just be like, if you're gonna do it, just do it and feel confident in what you're doing. Which kind of sends a mixed signal against the idea of coming together and unifying to defend the city or to like stand as one in defiance of those who are trying to take power over you.
If it was
Like-
me, I would put out. We're already hated by the Lion Clan. Put out propaganda, homie.
Yeah.
Write a piece that slanders the Lion Clan
hit
and
piece.
says that the Keru need to come together to defeat this threat. That this threat to their city, to their livelihoods, to their that the true enemy isn't each other. It's this.
It's
It's
that
these
actual
crazy-
lion
And-
captain.
Yeah, like throw the lion under the bus. Everyone already knows we hate those dudes, and they hate us. So whatever, let them burn it in frustration.
So-
you know what I mean?
Just to remind you,
That's
you
me,
do
that's what I
have
would do.
you do have some things about the different Keru. Sasha is gathering little bits and pieces of Keru
Or
stuff that maybe you should key Matt into, key Daisuke into.
what stuff specifically have I not said already?
The bounties, maybe?
Well,
I've
there-
said that.
Got
so
the bounties.
there's also three different. Okay, there are 3 different factions of Keru in the city, right?
The Keru,
Right.
The
the
Boseki,
Dokugeru, and Boseki.
the Dokugeru, and the Keru, quote unquote, whole the
and
family,
the
right?
Mia.
the Mia.
And the Mia. The Mia. Well, the Keru,
The
like
Keru
Keru
are
and
attached
Sobe are
to the
attached
Mia.
to the Mia, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The
but
Keru no
that's-
Mia.
Hold on,
That's
I got more.
that's how it's said. Like people who are Dokugeru call themselves Keru, but everybody else calls them Dokugeru. The Boseki call themselves Keru, but everybody else calls them Boseki. And then the
Mia
Mia,
calls them
they just call them the
Keru.
Mia, but they call themselves
Yeah.
the Keru. That's the same
Because
thing.
they're the root clan, right?
So
they're
the-
the people who are the root clan. So
Are
there's
they?
that, right? They're all kind of conflicted with each other. All 3 factions
In
are
conflict.
conflicted with different areas of each other.
They don't like each other.
Keru Isobe, we know 100%, is in disagreement with the Mia and wants to bring all of the Keru together. That's what the first session we did, we found out that information, that Isobe might betray the Mia in order to keep his family together, to keep the clan together in Keru Toshi. but he doesn't have the support of the other two factions. So even his attempt to do that would be seen as little to nothing after everything is said and done. He like too little, too late. It could be
All right.
seen as the other two factions.
And
So you have these three
Yes.
factions competing.
Mhm.
You have all of them with divergent wants. Some
Mhm.
want people to get out of the city. Some want people to be forced to stay in the city. Others are like, we have enough to deal with, trying to deal with the politicking of the major clans and their control over the city. And you have even different factions in the city. The Unicorn are apparently having inter clan conflict with each other and not sure who's going to back who. You have the Dragon who are saying, we're not going to intervene in any of this shit. Y'all figure it out yourselves so far. They told us that pretty much directly, though for what reason, we're still...
I think you're. I mean, this is a good overview, but I'm not sure
So-
that this. I think this is a little too broad for the terms of.
So
what,
I'm gonna go back to Sasha and the
that's
little
the
bits,
situation.
the little bits of Karu that she has. So
Mhm.
everybody is here on the island with the Mia, which is one faction of Karu. There is the Boseki that Naren has a bounty with, and then Sasha, what did you just get last game for the Dokugaru?
an invitation from the Dokugiru, which
There
I think
you
Matt
go.
Matt doesn't know about that.
Exactly.
Yet,
Okay.
but
So
but
also,
I personally do not understand how I'm supposed to use those at the moment. But I guess I'll make sure that Daisuke is aware that also.
and
All
I'm
of
fine
you are
figuring
invited.
out a better way to formulate the message too, because like the Boseki and maybe the Dokugaru, I don't remember if the Dokugaru did anything against the peasant class, but like if they have tried to prevent people from leaving, why are you putting the focus on the people who want to leave rather than facing the threat head on? In a united front.
James has a
Would that
question.
be a better message?
I was going to say
Against
back
the-
during the part of talking about the three factions, since they all call themselves Keru,
Hmm.
any message of Keru unity will hit for all three.
They're all like, we're the real Karu.
Just calling
Yeah.
out the Karu is a simple way to not speak to one
Just
side and to try to
call
speak
them
to
all
all sides
Karu.
at the
All
same
right,
time.
all right,
Exactly my point.
okay.
I like how
Little
Tarek's already taken sides in this. No, the Karu Sobe is the root of the family. He's the main guy. Like,
No, I'm not saying that's what
That's-
my character thinks.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's what he thinks. He thinks of himself as we are the core.
that
We
makes
were
sense.
the core people
No,
who
no.
swore fealty to the
That
Mina or
totally
whatever.
makes sense from a samurai perspective too, because the samurai is all about that hierarchy. So obviously,
Well, yeah. But
Karasobe.
in reality, they're all competing for the same thing, which is legitimacy. They all want legitimacy.
But number one, they all call themselves Keru. So if
If you
that's what you use in your writing, they will all see themselves.
All right,
And
that makes
and
sense.
if you were gonna put a message out, like I would, if it was me, I would probably have it be something like, you want to unify the Karu with it, and you want to endear the Karu in your message. So telling the people that like the united Karu can be trusted, and they're here. What they want is to protect this city.
Except you also know that that's not necessarily.
It's not
the
necessarily
truth.
true, but it's a truth that we're working towards.
Yeah,
isn't
and
it?
that's what you
It's
want to work
propaganda.
That's what I
Boseki
said.
one-
I said your poetry is propaganda,
But
dude.
what
You're
I'm
a
saying is-
samurai.
but what I'm saying is also like the average person in the city who's been being beaten up by Boseki and just Dokugaru might not buy into that propaganda.
So the
Yeah,
Boseki.
that's another thing I worry about too.
So
Stop pissing in my face and telling me it's raining. Like,
the okay. So the Karu faction that is keeping people from leaving. Are they helping the city in their mind? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah,
the
they-
ones that are helping
that's what
people
they
to
think,
leave
yeah.
the city, are they trying to save the
Uh-huh.
city? That's probably what they
course.
think
That's
in
why
their
I'm
mind.
saying you want to unite the Karu with your message, and you want to endear yourself to the Karu with your message.
oh yeah.
You want both of these things. If
And a
that's what
good
you're
way to
doing.
do that is what Sasha suggested earlier of give them something to focus on.
Giving them a
AKA,
singular
in this
enemy.
case, fuck the lion.
And
So-
plus, fuck the lion is a great message for the people of the city who are reading your poetry too,
I mean,
that are
it's-
not part of the Karu.
It's really just a solid thing.
It's
to
just
say
a good
most
message.
Of the
Fuck
time.
the lion, really.
Yeah, because the lion are the invaders.
Me turning to the side off screen to cry.
And
I
if
know.
the
I'm
Karu-
sorry,
even if
Tarek.
you can-
I made the lion
Even
the
if
bad
you can only
guy.
get the Karu to unite
One of
long
the
enough
many
to
bad
deal with
guys.
the lion, by uniting them at all,
Mhm.
that is a big step toward actually getting them to be united. If you can get them to work together in any capacity at all, that's a huge step forward that hasn't been taken in since how long since they split up. So give them a common enemy. That's what I would
Alright.
say.
Yeah, I'm not
Common
sad at
enemy
all.
and unity.
What?
Those should be the key points of your message.
Okay.
In the meantime, everybody has you all are invited to go see the Dokugero if you want to go do that at their dojo.
Yeah, the Dokugeru like Kurenagi pretty well, so I mean, I don't feel too terrified about doing that.
And if I recall, I was specifically named in the invite, so I should definitely go. It may have been
They said all of
offhand
us.
mention the dojo that I helped them have, but that alone says, okay, bring him in a subtle way.
It was, I believe, any weekday afternoon that you could come see them.
Is it a weekday?
Weekday
What time
afternoon,
of day?
yes.
Yes.
It's a weekday, but it's not an afternoon. It's
It is. It is afternoon now. Y'all have been
Oh,
doing a lot of stuff.
It's
It
a
is.
weekday,
So
but it
it's
is
a great
afternoon.
time to go and
It
see
is.
the
You can go
Dokugeros.
right now if you want.
And then Doji Daisuke can think some more about what he wants his message to be with our actually very constructive suggestions.
Which I definitely appreciate. And, well, maybe I
Oh,
could...
also, don't forget to call yourself a pee-pee poo-poo head in your poem, because that will go over very well with the common people.
As a writer, I second that.
As it's in their parlance, they would.
They're simple folk. There's very few things they
This is
understand.
what they will understand.
They're simple
truly,
folk.
all
Call yourself a
peasants
pee pee poo
understand.
head.
calling Crane a pee-pee poo-poo head. Yeah,
Exactly.
it's all about humility. at this
You know, morons.
Yeah.
We call upon the fart wind of art to inspire this
How about this?
word.
How about I use metaphors that the samurai might understand, but it's like, a nice, pleasant poem that the
fart
common
wind
folk
of
would
art.
enjoy.
Dude, common folk and samurai come together with pee-pee poo-poo heads. That's
That's the linking.
That's the linking
That's
of the
the-
chain
that is-
for all common folk.
That is the fortune of common art. You must
Yeah, exactly.
invoke that in order
Yeah.
for people to view what you say as legitimate. Otherwise,
Oh, the fortune of common art is pee pee poo poo?
pee pee poo
Yeah.
poo. It's ding dong bing bong pee
That-
pee poo poo.
I have to admit, on the reels I watch sometimes, the message often resonates better when the person ends with, "But what do I know? Maybe I'm just talking shit."
It also actually was a very big thing in Japanese culture to make fart and dick and poop jokes all the time in writing.
It's
Oh,
in
that's
every culture.
yeah,
That's
everyone.
So like,
But don't do that.
Sound in
Just
hieroglyphs,
do how you want. We're just making jokes.
I'm just joking, Matt. I'm just joking. It
No,
is-
Matt, you
But-
should definitely put at least a fart
I'm
joke
trying
in
to-
there.
I'm trying to take the piss out of you because I'm playing current.
Muting Tarek IRL. Oh, I
Okay.
got your tongue. It's mine now. Oh, okay, I'm done. But I don't think you need to worry about it too much because typically art is the medium through which people of different social classes come together, and I doubt Corey is going to have you actually write the poem.
No, you don't have
unless
to
he really
actually
wants
write
to
the poem.
torture. So, as long as as long as you're clear in what you're trying to convey, and then you can roll your dice.
But I do know intent because I do need to know intent because bad guys are going to see your poem too, and they're going to
All
make
right, so the
responses to
intent
it.
is to unite the Karu against the lion. Can I adapt my poem to that?
You might just start over.
Yeah, you can
You
adapt.
might, you might.
You can adapt your poem to that. If that's if you're ready, if you know what you're gonna do and you're ready right now, you can go back into that castle and rewrite your poem, or
Why
you
don't you
can,
wait until we talk to the Dokugero first?
or you can
Okay.
go talk to
Let's go
Dokugero.
with the
The more
Dokugero. Maybe I
information
might
you
have a little
have-
more material to work with.
the more information you come into this with, the less likely you are to look like a pee-pee poo-poo head after it's published.
Fat Corn, thank you for the $5. For the potty
He
humor,
just loves it. He just loves the potty humor, man.
Pee pee poo poo land.
we'll take your $5 and wipe our butt with it and flush it down the
Carrot's
toilet.
making you bank, Corey.
Dude, yeah. I know what the people want, and the people want pee pee poo poo and fart jokes.
Okay, we're done. We're done.
Never done.
We're done. You're done,
The,
specifically.
it's the unique origin of mankind.
It, speaking of the potty humor, it's really cold out here, and everybody's and both of the male characters' balls are just like tucking up into their bodies.
Yep. That's why I play a woman. They're already there.
They're already there. Yep.
Take a look around.
Hey, it's just biology, man. It's just what happens.
Yep.
You
Okay.
don't know that they have balls.
Shrinkage.
You just assume.
Yeah, that's true. I do.
It's
assume
the
that-
implied
that-
D.
I'm the
It is
whisper in
implied
the
D.
wind.
It's a good callback from earlier.
Call
earlier
back
stream.
from the
Implied
earlier
D.
stream we did today.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the thought process, but at some point, I know Youngso's going to want to talk with Naurin about her going Ronin, because the way the threads are going on the things he's looking into, he might go that route himself soon. He's not sure though. Got to learn more.
Make sure you mostly talk to Corey about that, because
Yeah, like I think.
Yeah,
I think
but
it'd
he'd
more
first be
beneficial-
talking with Naurin about it, and then maybe do it.
well,
I mean,
just
most
let me
of
know
your
when you want to have that discussion.
loyalty lies.
Because Naurin's the only person he's actually ever met who's
Done that?
and still is in society. Because hey, Kengo, he went Ronin, but he didn't stay in society.
He married a princess. That's like
He
he's
came
living the
back.
good life. He's not anymore.
Yeah, he came back and stopped being a Ronin.
Yeah, he's got the good shit.
Yeah. Being a Ronin, you ask Naren and she'll be like, yeah, being a Ronin is really cool. I don't have to wear a shirt and no one can yell at me for it. It's pretty sick.
Well, people can,
Wow.
but they usually try to challenge me for it, and then I just cut their heads off, and then whatever.
Well, where are y'all headed now?
Gold Tuesday.
Alright.
To the
Headed to the
dojo.
dojo.
To the
Unicorn.
dojo. Off you go to Unicorn District.
Sorry, Corey, I'm going to have to refresh because the map vanished on me again.
Oh no.
And just before we move on, well, he's gone. He'll be back though.
Yep, he said he was refreshing.
Yeah, I didn't think refreshing
Oh.
made him disappear from the game, but-
Refreshing.
Oh, I guess it does.
Interesting.
Now I have to change what everybody is because everybody's in the wrong spot.
Yep.
I have to figure out how to make it so I can, I don't know, figure out Wirecast a little better so I can natively import the video feed directly into it. I know there's a way. There's got to be a way.
I have no idea what he's talking about.
Ugh. Why, oh why does everything have to be weird for me? Okay, there we go. All right.
This is
I gotta wait till he comes back. I hope he does come back because there are some important details for him in Unicorn District.
I
I'm
was,
sure
I was
there
about
are.
to ask him if he was going to share with us anything
the
about
unicorn?
his version and what he learned.
There we go.
Oh,
I'm back.
So
Welcome back.
Sasha is asking, is there anything you want to share about what you know already about stuff, or is it all top secret spy stuff?
My stuff is still not at the point where I can share yet. And during the boat ride, I do try to at least mentally figure out what the receipt is really saying. So is there like
you
a
need a-
role
you-
with a higher T in for that, or
Yeah, you need to sit down in a room and figure that out.
okay?
Meditate. Ponder. Ponder the orb.
Okay. You guys are walking around Unicorn District. Y'all start at the dock, and you start moving towards the dojo. And you see like regular people moving about, doing their jobs. You see a couple like a unicorn samurai, and and then you see something. You see this big group of Moto samurai. And I want everybody to make a TN TN3 what's it called?
Moto.
Sentiment. That's what I was looking for. Sentiment check. Sentiment or culture.
TN3.
You can use culture too. Culture.
Sentiment or culture. Any particular ring?
You'll get different information from sentiment or culture. You want a water for survey.
All right.
Not analyze? I already rolled with analyze.
No, it's not analyze. For culture, it can be analyze. For culture, you can use. For
I hate you. I just deleted that post.
No, you didn't. You didn't. Just hit the roll and keep button on your thing.
Okay.
So
Water for sentiment, culture for analyze, for air.
water, sentiment, or air culture.
Yes.
I guess I'll do.
Can't see because of the dice.
I know, right?
I
wish they didn't linger
There's
so
so
long.
many.
All right. So let's see. Can I use?
I did it wrong. I had 3 successes and
Can I
one
use
opportunity.
Affect of Harmlessness to re-roll some dice?
What do you want to re-roll? What's your advantage you want to use?
Hmm?
What's the advantage you want to use?
Let's see. I'm thinking either playfulness or affect of harmlessness, but
Neither of those apply.
Huh? Neither.
Neither of those apply.
Success with 2 bonuses.
Okay. I'm gonna fail.
I'm gonna eat the strife and like take the benefit of the freaking opportunities for this one.
You know, it kind of makes sense that I made it, being unicorn.
Okay. James made it. Tarek
Yeah, both
made it, and
successes.
that's it. Okay. And
Yeah,
you get different
I
information.
didn't make it.
You get different information. So
Did Naura not roll? Oh, they did.
I did and I failed. But I will.
So I'm going to use my one opportunity to learn the leader of that group's demeanor and current strife.
And I would like their disadvantage in case this turns into a fight. They're gonna try to square up.
I'm just gonna take off 2 strife.
What I was really hoping James would tell us before we left is literally this: that the lion have completely taken over a lot of places, and that we should expect to see big groups of them.
Well, the
Were these
Moto are
lions?
part of the unicorn.
Oh, no.
Oh, aren't Moto unicorn?
Yeah, they're
Oh,
unicorn.
I thought they were a lion. for
No,
some
they're
reason.
unicorn.
No. We're
What's
in
the
unicorn
one that has?
district. Pure
What's the one that sounds
unicorns
similar?
around here.
Matsu. I was thinking Matsu.
And Mirumoto, which is dragon.
Oh, well, that's not confusing at all.
Yeah.
I wish I. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, you get more used to it the more
Okay.
you're exposed.
Well,
to
I am having different ideas now, but that's fine.
You know
Alright.
how Corey keeps calling Daisuke Daidoji Daisuke?
Instead of Doji.
Daidoji is a family name, but it's not the correct one.
And it is a family in service to the doji, which makes it even more confusing.
So the leader has 4 strife, and his demeanor is gruff.
Gruff?
Gruff.
He
Gruff.
seems like a gruff man. That checks out. From
I'm
all
not
I know,
surprised.
that checks out. So are they coming toward us?
No, they're kind
I
of
mean,
keeping to themselves. That's why it's
they're
so
the
hard to pick up
mafia.
on them, is they're kind of far away, and they're kind of far away.
And what's his disadvantage?
Who gets it? Oh, you want a disadvantage from them?
There's one obvious one, Corey.
A,
No horse.
Horseless. No,
Horseless.
Read what you sent me again, and then think of a disadvantage. It should come to you instantly.
I know, but that's not
But also
like
doesn't want to give it
I don't
away.
want to give anything away because you rolled
Okay.
for that information.
Okay, that's fair.
That's fair. So I want to say that these guys, one of the head of these guys, his disadvantage is that's an advantage. That's an bless you.
Thank you.
I'm just gonna look in the book and grab one.
I
real
was
quick.
afraid my soul was gonna escape there for a second.
Dude, I get that. Sometimes
For
I
the
sneeze
rest
and it
of
feels like a full body, like
Exorcism.
out of body experience. That's the term I'm looking for.
You know what? I'm gonna say he's a Momoku. He has problems with his void.
Oh wow,
You
I
cannot
love
detect
that. I
supernatural
love that so
presences.
much for reasons that Corey will understand.
He
Yeah.
has problems with his void? What is that?
Momoku means that you are disconnected from the void.
Oh. You're disconnected from spirituality.
That's
Not
Yes.
just spirituality, just the void.
No, yeah,
specifically.
spirituality.
Isn't that spirituality?
That's what void is.
Yeah.
Spirituality.
You do not
It's
detect
also the
spiritual
heroic
supernatural
essence inside of
presences.
you. Yeah.
Hold on.
It's a little
What were you
different in this edition, Tarek. So,
Okay.
yeah, they do not detect supernatural presences.
Oh well, that's
Then they make
that's
checks to
that's-
understand otherworldly powers. They get a penalty.
That's news to me. I'm glad you were able to clarify that.
For my party, my reaction to seeing this group and getting this information is to just kind of shake my head a little and smile and go and say softly, I remember my first time in a big city.
I have a question for the game master about this world.
Yes.
Do the Moto still have the same like disposition as they did in previous edition? In this edition.
In what way? By the way, Sasha, this does count. He's talking about.
I literally was just about to start screaming.
This 100%
Eric
counts.
asked a fucking
Because-
question.
Because Moto used to be oftentimes very disconnected from the void in general. They literally had to take advantages to allow
So-
themselves to have void.
No.
Which is so. Do they not have that?
Yeah, they don't
same
have
thing
that problem here.
in this world. So this is
You ought to
actually
know
fairly
that.
rare. Then
To be disconnected?
they used to be.
You don't-
They used to be completely disconnected from the
You
void.
don't know the Momoku. Nara knows the Momoku.
I know. I'm asking OOCly
Oh,
for
well,
context. Of
yeah.
Whether
No,
this is the
no,
case.
Momoku is rare even in the
Even in
Moto.
the Moto.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's interesting.
Using the light from your window to give yourself a sword scar, huh, Corey?
I know. Look, I got makeup on.
You're a typical
Under my
anime pro
nose.
tag right now.
Oh, if you tilt your head just right,
There it is.
it can cross your eye.
I don't want to be blind by the
Once
sun.
across the nose. Careful if you go any
Okay,
lower on the
but
nose,
yeah,
you'll end
over
up
the
like
bridge of
Voldemort.
your nose is cool.
It is, isn't it? I look like I have war
It's
paint.
cool without causing any actual problems.
Right.
Kitty, where's the baby? Bring me the baby.
All right. What
I need to lay
is
down.
your guys' reaction? We got James. It's time for Tarek's reaction to what
Kuranagi kind of looks over at them as they're passing.
they don't
and then
pass. They don't pass.
Well, I imagined we continued walking
In fact-
and we're passing them.
In fact, since James got sentiment, only James realized that they are consciously trying to keep their distance from you.
Well, okay,
only
so
James
she's gonna
realizes
turn
it.
to Ida Youngso regardless, and is like, is your clan Youngso, is this a stratagem of your clan?
What do you mean? Sending people for their first time into a city?
She looks at you like she's expecting you to read her face and know exactly what she's trying to imply here.
And then you're like, fuck, that's Naren.
Yeah, but she still tries.
Yet we still are enough comrades that maybe I should make a sentiment check to pick it up.
You can tell that she is trying to tell you something in particular without raising it aloud.
So, Corey, what would be the TN for this with us being comrades?
TN1. Just get a single success and you can probably figure this stuff out.
Like what's she getting at?
Okay, there we go. I'm just going to keep the one because I don't care about opportunities on this particular thing. So there we go. So what is it you're trying to tell me with your face?
It's not exactly that this is their first time in this city, but perhaps the first time they have been in this country, considering they are not speaking the language. He's looking at you like, these are Gaijin. Why are your clans members bringing a bunch of Gaijin in? Is that some kind of stratagem?
Dressed as unicorn? Or are they unicorn?
It is a long
Are they worried about the city?
Since we are out in public, I just simply say it's been a long-standing tradition, especially amongst the Moto, to send their young members into big cities.
Corey's a cat. He's gonna eat the
but-
light.
My own face is sending a slight message back to Kuranagi if you'd like to make your sentiment check.
You know, since I have a vigilance of 4, can I pick up on what they're like trying to pass on their faces? Okay,
You know
so
that
what do I-
they're like
You'll know
doing
there's
innuendo.
messages, but you won't know what.
You know they're doing innuendo with a vigilance of 4.
At TN1, it succeeds, not fails.
Yep.
Yeah,
So
it's TN1.
basically the message back is there are branches that have never been in country before. They're still clan.
What is happening right now? You two keep staring at each other.
Oh, nothing. I think we should probably keep a move on.
I mean,
No need
if
to
you guys want to
dilly-dally.
kiss, go ahead and kiss.
Dice Cage like starts chortling, hearing Moshisora say that. Yes, gazing longingly into the night sky, viewing the stars.
Particularly enjoyed kissing Sora at one point. Maybe not anymore.
It's
She
been
says
a
very
while.
That was
Yes,
bold
I
of
did.
you.
Yes.
She's right there. You can always ask her, but perhaps not right at this moment.
I do say, reminds me of that one job we did together at, what was that castle's name? We had to distract them for a moment.
If I had to take bets on who was kissing the guards, I would think it was you.
Wait, do you mean Ryoko Ori?
Maybe. That sounds vaguely familiar. It was the one where the guards thought we were lovers in a bush and left us alone as a result.
Oh, no, that wasn't Ryoko Ori, Toshi. That was, Violence Behind Courtliness City. Toshirambo.
That's right.
A long time ago, though.
We were already good friends at that point, though.
Sure.
Anyways, are we going to keep moving on, or are we just going to keep staring at that cadre of unicorn for some reason?
No, they're fine. Let's just keep moving.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look
Kuranagi's
right
looking
up
at
to
Naurin like, just ignore it.
Naren's not going to ignore because she doesn't know what the big deal is. So, except that you guys are making it a big deal and no one's willing to say why.
Well, Naurin might have caught Kuranagi's half of the facial conversation.
Yeah,
because of the bond you have.
she's telling you, she's giving you...
Waiting for Tarek to use the bond. To tell you
that's what
what's
I'm
going
saying she's doing. She's using the bond to tell you, ignore it and just keep moving on.
on, instead of telling me the actual
It's better for you to just ignore it and move on.
Okay, y'all make it to the dojo. Out front, there's a couple of guys there. There's like a table out front, and there's two guys and they're playing shogi at a table, and they kind of look at you as you walk up, and one of them gets up and says, "Hey, this is a private place. You just can't walk in.
We have an invitation.
You have an invitation. You got it."
Gesture to Naurin.
Okay, I assume Naurin gives them the invitation.
Yeah.
They look at it and they're like, "Yeah, all right. Go on in." You start walking.
Do they recognize Kuronagi?
Guy sits back down at the table. They
Okay.
continue their game.
Doesn't matter if they know who we are.
As I walk past them, I do look around and go, "You've done good things with this place."
Yeah. As you walk in, there's a big like courtyard, and then there's the dojo. There are people like messing around in the courtyard. One guy's doing backflips. There's two women in there's two women, and they're talking, and then one kind of elbows the other, and they look at you, and then they're like, "Hey, Crane, I like your scars.
Why, thank you.
Show me,
Dashing, isn't it?
show me that Crane ass."
In private, dear, in private.
She's like,
Now it makes a face.
She wants to go now?
She's like, I want to see if it's really as pale as I think it is.
"Come on, fancy boy, let's go. Show me what you got."
Like, out of character, I am really tempted to say, "Fuck it, let's do it."
Do what you want to do.
Naurin turns at Doji
Go
Daisuke
on.
with a raised brow and says, "I hope you and your new wife have a prosperous relationship."
Probably a little better than ours.
I'm sure it would be.
I doubt sexy fun terms
And
count
then
as
he approaches
anything.
saying, "Well, let's do an exchange. I show you mine, you show me yours."
She
Just
just
playfully.
Perhaps wait until after our meeting.
she
is
just
over.
grabs you by the obi and yanks you, and do you come with her?
Sure. Have fun with
Daisuke! Go find a dark alley!
Okay, off you go.
Try not to get stabbed afterward.
Off to find a private room.
He's trying to get child support for
Take a
you,
tumble.
homie. Watch out.
Yeah.
That's if he doesn't just get robbed. He could just get clunked over the head and robbed.
Good.
Whatever it is, it's his problem
I've got
now.
martial arts of 4, so I mean, if she tries,
As far as I'm aware, homie still has Benton's blessing or Benton's curse or whatever.
Curse,
So,
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
Best of luck.
Yeah.
Best of luck.
I mean,
Some people
roll
are
off.
Don't
so
try to be
big,
romantic.
pushing for a bang.
Just go fuck her.
Yeah, it might not be this. Just do it.
Just
All
do
right.
it.
Go for a tumble.
All right. Daisuke goes for a tumble.
Right in front of my
Good
salad.
job, Corey.
In front of my fucking salad. We were here for business.
It will be hilarious.
Daisuke.
The actual reason that they
Daisuke.
taking her.
I do- I
You
do
were
wanna-
supposed to
Yeah.
come with us to get information for your fucking.
I do want to warn you. You are going to lose honor for this. Okay, we're good then.
You already committed a bit.
Dude,
Worth
Considering
it.
my
Glory,
already
glory.
so
I'm
much
getting
higher-
glory out of this, though.
things is gonna happen right now is you're either gonna get banged and you're gonna get something to tell in your poem, or you're gonna get kidnapped and you're also going to get something to tell in your poem. So
Laying,
Either way, it's a
There's
story.
small cultural exchange happening.
Cultural exchange.
I can see
Love
it. A
it.
second poem goes out that is in line with the lyrics to California Girls, but it's Keru Girls.
Wish they all could be Keru girls.
Okay.
Check out those Karu girls. They're so undeniable.
Just so you know out there, everybody, Cat calls work on Matt.
If you were ever wondering how to get him, there you go.
Because not
Grab
enough
him by the
women
obi.
do good cat
Grab him
calls.
by the obi,
Now-
man.
Hey, rich boy,
And
show
just-
me that ass,
Yeah,
and
reach-
it worked.
I'm
Reach out to
gonna
him
say-
and
In
grab
real
him by
life,
the obi.
you
Cat
may
calls
go
work
break
on Matt.
bread and lock out.
I know
Just
for a
take the
fact.
lead at that point. You'll be
I-
fine.
I know
They
for a fact.
don't work on women.
Cat calls work on Tarek too.
Well, actually, a small amount of intimidation would work on me.
That's how I got it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sasha got me through.
Cat
intimidation.
calls-
A small amount of carefully curated fear
Yeah.
does wonders.
Cat calls do not work on me, Sasha, or Crystal. I don't know
Or
about
me.
James though.
Nope.
Honestly,
ace.
anytime someone's cat called me, I've been like, fuck off. Who do you think I am?
I either think it's just a compliment or I miss it
Aw.
entirely.
Don't be
So
like
I
that,
do
sweet
have a-
tits.
I do have a funny story I can share
Sugar
with
tits.
share with you that
yeah.
I was
Tits.
catcalled while I was
Catcalled.
working my balloon twisting job.
When she was like getting the fucking
she was-
Calcini, you
Not very
yeah,
good
you piece of
looking.
meat.
I'm
Then I was
like-
like, okay, I'm down. Now I'm in.
Move for me.
All right. Now that we've revealed personal information about ourselves, Matt,
Obviously,
you're off
all of
on your
this is
own. You're doing your
completely
thing.
True and legally binding.
Yeah,
You,
actually.
the rest of you, can go see Numachiko.
Let's go see Numachiko.
Let me put her on the map here.
She is, at the very least, interesting.
Numachiko. Boom.
Fuck is
Down
my
on the map
cursor?
she goes. So, you guys walk in, and she comes out as you are walking in, as if she knows you're here. There's a couple other guys walking out with her, and there's a big old table. She sits right down at the head of it and says, "Take a seat." Well, she'll bow first, sit down, and say, "Take a seat."
Uranagi will go and take a seat.
I will go take a seat.
Same.
And I roll fitness rolls.
I am. She says, "First off, I'm glad you took my
To
invitation
test your
seriously,
endurance."
and you are here immediately."
Well, I was glad to speak with you last time, so it's an interesting opportunity to get to speak with you again now that some time has passed. She slides her glasses up.
She looks at the rest of you.
I like what you've done with the dojo.
She looks at Naren.
Naren just gives her a small nod and says, "I was most curious about your summons."
She looks at Sora.
I welcome your invitation and look forward to what we can do for each other.
I don't think you have any need for concern over whether we are going to cause you trouble.
She looks over at one of the guys. The guy's like, "Okay, I think we have done the samurai pleasantries, and we can talk business now."
Certainly.
Yes.
Very well. It's really, that hurts now.
Now she's gonna tell us that we have to defeat the Huns.
Oh, is the sun right in your eyes?
Yes, it's right. There.
See,
you know
this is why we need a curtain.
what? No, that's not.
Corey's all, oh no, the sunshine.
Got it.
And I'm like,
He's a vampire,
My
I get it.
fingers are peeling.
how
from
often am I
sunshine.
like, oh my god, we need a curtain?
Only in Alaska is the sun still shining right now. Forget it, that's where you live. It's wild.
Yeah, it's currently not setting.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I definitely have experience with that. Oh boy, especially when you're in the airport.
She says, "I'm sure you all realize that this city is on the brink of war.
Of course.
This normally is the status quo for this city. Depending on who wins and who loses, it doesn't matter. The Keru are always here, and the Keru always take care of this city. but something feels different this time. I think that the lion, I have heard that the lion said the Mia have to leave. And I have gotten heard, that means all of the Keru. In fact, I got a letter from Isobe warning me about this. What a sentimental fool he is. But that said, we have been trying to help people escape this city. And the Boseki have been trying to stop us. In fact, they have been using explosives to destroy our boat-making facility, destroy our boats, and destroy us. I figure you Bleeding Heart heroes have something to say on the matter. I'd like to hear what you're going to do, so we can, I don't know, perhaps work together in some capacity to alleviate this problem.
I would like to find the source of their black powder.
I could think of a couple different places they might be able to source it, but regardless, they'd have to be making them locally.
They have a guy in making it for them.
Kuranagi turns to Young So.
One of the threads I'm still pulling on.
So, by the way, for Fat Corn, he's in New York and it's midnight there. So thanks for watching so late at night.
Yeah.
Same with where I'm at.
Not so late.
Standard time, buddy.
By the way, he also says Daisuke rolls a critical failure and gets syphilis.
I was going to make a joke about not getting any weird diseases and bringing those home with you, but I stopped myself.
He's got some bangers.
Darren, you have had
He's got
like
some
2
bangers
trips
here on
to throughout this
the
entire
chat.
campaign. You should have rolled for that too.
Naren's just built different.
Especially in the
Fortune's
forest.
blessing.
Hey,
Fortunes
Matt?
love me.
Matt, she did make a fitness roll each time. She never failed.
Okay, here is my rule on this. I have ceased after some like awkward stuff with some players. I have decided I'm never rolling sex rolls or anything like that ever. It's just happens, and y'all can you can say however you say it. It
Joke
turned
around
out
about
for
how
you.
bad it was.
Yeah, we're not going to
Regardless
say
of
how
what
bad
you roll
or
with.
good or whatever.
I'm totally fine with that. In fact, I've always felt like in games where people want to be really specific about what all happens, that's kind of awkward.
It's kind of awkward and weird. So
Feels like you maybe don't get
For
enough
me,
in real
like
life.
it's whatever's the funniest for the group. So
And
I'm
hey,
okay
Whatever
with
you wanna
fun
do.
results.
And with you guys, it being weird for you, imagine how much worse for me as an ace.
Naren had to make sex rolls because she was having sex on a bunch of thorns, my guy.
that's
Not
different.
normal
Yeah,
people
that's
shit.
different.
That's not normal
Because it
people
was a
shit.
whole
That's some,
thing.
that's some masochistic level nonsense there.
I just want to say, Corey, I 100% am going to hold you to having very intimate, explicit roleplay scenes with me if I ever have sex in one of your games.
Just say you want to have sex with Corey at this point. Jesus.
I mean, it doesn't have to be.
No, he wants to
Gotcha.
have sex
Gotcha.
it's
with
great. I just
my
want the
character.
user
One
love.
big master, one stroke, 2 halves,
Two strokes.
unsheathed.
Unsheathe.
Anyways,
Um,
the Yumachiko
Okay.
Yumachiko says
speak louder than words. Tarek has been saying that for years.
Yumachiko says, well, it seems like
What
you
can
have
you do
an
for
i-
me?
an idea of where the explosives are coming from. But what are we going to do about it? I know, and I can tell you, I can point you in the right direction, that their headquarters is located somewhere in Dragon District.
That would make sense.
Not Dragon District,
considering-
Lion District. Somewhere in Lion District. I also
Of
know
course it would be.
that some of their higher ups have been replacing their pipes and instead walking around with funeral markers, gravestone markers, and using them as boken.
What are boken?
They're like wooden training swords.
Oh.
Um,
Practice swords, yeah.
do you
They've
think
been
this is
replacing their
Rancid
pipes.
Yoimochi's doing?
I got a couple people talking at once. Who wants
Do
to
you
go
think
first?
this is Rancid Yoimochi's influence?
Very much.
I definitely believe this is Rancid Yomachi's influence.
Why don't we start here? It's been some time since we've been to the city, and we are a bit out of the loop. Perhaps you could tell us what you know about Rancid Yoimachi and what you know about why the Boseki feel the need to stop people from leaving the city.
I get the feeling it is because they're in league with the lion, am I right?
Let her answer. I want to know what she knows.
All I know is that I've never heard of this guy Yoimachi. I don't know, and I don't know if he's a Keru. I believe he's some outsider that has taken hold in the Boseki. In fact, most of the Boseki do not care about their... I don't think they care about their Keru heritage anymore. They're up to something very different, and it's all this Rancid Yoimachi's influence. The problem is, I don't know where they're holed up now. They seem to have a more rigid hierarchy, and they don't want people to leave this town for some reason. And I do not believe for a second it's because they want to keep the integrity of this town. They are up to something way more, I don't know.
Sinister?
Yes, sinister. That's the word. They're up to something sinister, and I don't like it.
There are roving groups of them in Dragon District too.
I might say that I might be convinced that they might be involved in Maho or some disgusting art.
What Kuranagi and Naren learned about Maho in the first act, that there was a blood speaker in the town, that
So not all blood speakers are Maho users, but they're kind of related. So
Can you explain that a little bit? Because I'm trying to figure out if I would draw any associations, but I don't understand.
So
enough.
someone who is a Maho Sukai or Madoshi uses blood magic.
Okay.
And a blood speaker is basically a cultist who believes in the teaching of Iuchiban.
Specifically.
Specifically.
Yes.
Okay, so blood speakers are a more niche type of Maho users? Is that
They
what
don't
you're
have to be
telling me?
Maho users at all, but usually
okay,
they
so-
are.
Okay, so blood speakers are cultists that may or may not use blood magic and are
Yes.
devoted to someone specific. And then Maho users is the general term that can encompass blood speakers.
That's correct.
And encompasses anyone who uses blood magic.
That's
Am
right.
I understanding this now? Okay, thank you for the
Yeah,
clarification.
like an example at the Tower of Blood, the blacksmith would still be a blood speaker, even though he doesn't practice magic.
Okay. Well, did she have anything else she wanted to say, or was that the end of that?
That's the end of that, yeah. She's like, I have suspicions that they might be into something sinister, like Maho Sukai, or blood speaker cults, or moon cults, something. I could be convinced of that at this point.
Whatever happened to their last leader? I don't remember hearing of Rancid Yoimachi being in power the last time we were in the city.
That's a good question. What did happen to their last leader? Their last leader... Hold on. I'm going to find a name. I'm going to make a name for him right now. The last leader was Karu Akira. Got that written down. It's Karu Akira. He was a very shrewd businessman who didn't mind getting his hands dirty to get what he wanted. He was a ruthless killer and a ruthless businessman.
He was a what and a ruthless businessman?
He was a ruthless businessman and a ruthless killer.
Ah.
So someone who can take him out, if that's what happened, which I'm almost certain of. But the Boseki, every time we capture them, they don't mind. They seem to be okay with being tortured or killed. It seems... That's what I'm saying. They feel like a death cult. They are truly living up to their name of Boseki, which means tombstone. At first it was just a way to scare us, but I don't know. It's become something more.
That is troubling.
I have a question for you. I want to believe that you called us bleeding hearts, and I want to believe that if we are helping you, it would, and working with you, it would be doing right by the people of this city. But the last time we interacted wasn't on necessarily the best terms. I'd like to know that, I'd like to know if you have put that aside, and also, what am I trying to say here? How do I say what I'm trying to say here? And also what assurances we have that would make us wish to side with you on this matter.
We did not leave on the best of terms, but I did get some things from you. Contact with the Scorpion clan, this dojo that we're in. That said, you inspired my people to betrayal, which was not appreciative. But of course that was a past leader, and their past. I have since taken care of that. I have convinced them to retire for the betterment of the Keru family. Especially with the Boseki being as cutthroat as they are currently, our leadership decided to choose me as a more youthful and capable fighter.
She's hip with the kids.
No one wants to get assassinated. So they have taken themselves off the board voluntarily, and I am here as that nice big target. As for assurances for you, I do not give any. You're going to try and do what you're going to do anyways. I'm pretty sure of that. I'm just pointing a weapon in the right direction.
Understood.
Unfortunately, that does not quite satisfy me. I would like to know that you will tell your people not to interfere with our business in the city if we are going to be aligned in our ideals as such.
I don't know exactly what your business is in the city. I assume it has something to do with the war.
Perhaps you haven't read
We
the
are
reason.
we are swords for hire. You want us on your side? You can pay us.
I am a Ronin now, and I have little in terms of payment for you, nor do I desire you on my side, per se. I do not desire you to fight with us. I would just like to know that you will stay out of our way. I would hate for us to come into conflict again like last time. I believe it is in everyone's best interests that we do not have to cross blades again.
If I make you this promise, and the lion hire me, I would be forced to break it. I don't want to break any promises, so I cannot give you any assurances. We are sellswords.
I completely understand if the lion hire you.
How about this? If the lion
It is
do
better to be
hire
on their side than to be killed by the lion, after all. So I can understand from your perspective why that may be appealing.
He looks over at the unicorn. What do you got to say?
How about this? You and us stay out of each other's way. If the lion do hire you, give us the courtesy of telling before attacking.
Give us a heads up.
Even if it is merely in the moment, that courtesy of we've been hired.
Or perhaps we can
We're not
hire you not to fight us.
That's an interesting idea. That said, we are not assassins. We are not ninja that come in the night. We are warriors.
I don't think those exist.
Pardon me?
The ninja being like, I don't think ninja are real. Those are just tall
Yeah.
tales.
The
Right?
Emperor outlawed them
They
long
kill
ago.
off all the ninja? That's so illegal. Who would do that?
Yeah, and Youngsto also says the Emperor outlawed ninja long ago.
We are warriors and we are peacekeepers. And we are businessmen. That is what we are. So, if the lion hire us, it will be because you've done something wrong and we need to bring you in. Or you're on the wrong side of the war, in which case we'll meet you on the battlefield.
And what side of the war are you on?
We're on the side of this city. No matter who wins this city, the Keru will continue to own it, will continue to steward it, despite whatever person thinks that they are in charge. Mia
Not if you're all evicted, because that's what the lion wants.
Genda can sit up in his high tower on his little island and think he owns the place. But the people who really take care of the day-to-day business sit in these chairs.
I keep
How
it
can
to
you
myself,
even-
But I have the thought
how can you
that is
even
almost
take
a
care
direct
of-
quote from Keru Asobe?
How can you even take care of this city when you sit on that island apart from it? Makes no sense. And the people know this.
You won't be able to be stewardesses of this city if the lion get rid of you all. And you are well aware that that is their plan for you. Even if they hire you now, they wish the Kiru gone from this city, and eventually they will remove you by force.
So saith the unicorn, so saith the dragon before.
So
We've
saith
we've
the
been
lion.
in these situations We've been in these situations. The lion have had this city previously, the unicorn have had this city previously, and the dragon have had this city previously, and we have survived all of it. And each one had promised to root out what they saw as criminal activity.
But
This
currently,
town lives and breathes Keru.
You misunderstand. The lion don't care to root you out because they see you as criminals. They will root you out because you are competition. They will destroy you.
they are looking to get rid of anyone they see as Imperials, and they see all Keru as Imperials.
That's hilarious. They're entirely mistaken, and that will probably be their downfall.
Indeed.
That is
We
why
can
I'm
use
not
it against
terribly worried
them.
about them hiring you.
Well, if you survive the end of this war, you can come ally with us, and we will definitely work to stop the Lion Clan. We can do it together. I have no qualms with such a thing, if that is your goal.
I trust that if the Lion do approach you to hire you, you'll make them pay through the nose.
Oh. We will... She's about to say something, and then she stops, and she says, "Tell the unicorn that we're for hire."
Nod. I think I know what our next stop should be then.
So do we have an agreement then? My comrade here brings up a good point. If the lion approach you to hire you, do us the courtesy of giving us a warning beforehand, and then we shall be aware that our agreement of non-interaction is null.
You investigate this Boseki matter, and you have that assurance. We have an accord.
Understood. So it shall be.
Isn't there a crane that's part of your group?
I believe he was dragged off by one of your very excited women. I try not to think about what they are getting up to at the moment.
I think they wanted to do some kind of cultural exchange.
Oh, that was the.
Yes.
She,
They
admired
seemed
his
very
scar.
excited about cultural exchange.
I see. Well, I hope you can fill him in on the details later.
Oh, certainly.
I'm sure some form of filling in is occurring.
Sake. Let us drink to our newfound to our new contract. And she
A
will
roll
make a
prevent
toast to that.
pregnancy.
To new contracts.
They serve sake for this drink?
Of course.
That's what they said. He brought.
Yep. Then I comment on where the grain came from for that particular sake. Okay, like, oh, that's a good one. Comes from this area.
Oh, yeah, this is from the whatever area, and it's probably from the 1540s or
One of
whatever.
the guys sitting at her side kind of gives you a nod and is like, "Yeah, you better believe it." And like Numachiko herself looks at you like, "What's wrong with you?" Just enjoy it.
I am a fan and I want to know more about them, and there are subtle differences between sake batches grown in different areas.
And then Numachiko will look over at Nara and say, "What's the matter, honey? You don't drink?"
I do not.
Oh.
I'm afraid I will have to abstain. She gives a polite, dip of her head.
Yay, and I get to reduce 3 strife.
No wonder she's so high-strung.
For real. Naren's like, poison, 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 like deep inside.
That's what...
Shouldn't you be drinking it then?
No. Naren very carefully curates her poison intake so she doesn't die.
I know.
That does, and the reason she does that is because she's paranoid about being poisoned. So it's not like she's like, oh, I think this could be poison. Glug, 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 glug. Let's just down the hatch.
Yeah, I know, but alcohol is literally poison.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but the thing
So
is,
shouldn't
Also
you be
has a
taking
character
a
trait that says
careful
she doesn't like
intake?
sake.
yeah, the thing is, Naurin doesn't drink sake. She's drank
Yeah.
plum wine. She's drank
like
other
sake.
forms of alcohol, at least a sip or two.
So you
But
will
that's
drink
it.
alcohol, but specifically not sake.
Yep, she doesn't like the smell of sake. She hates sake specifically. She don't drink
Okay,
it.
okay, fair.
And Young So is an aficionado of it.
I know, it's
Like,
your
she's not gonna debate the
passion.
finer points about whether or not she would drink plum wine with this lady. She'll just say no, thank you. Like,
Kuranagi looks over to the boss, the Dokuyaru boss, and is like, I have a couple of things I wish to speak with you about. Perhaps, while my friends go and look for our associate later, we might be able to converse.
I suppose.
Unless there's something some other member of our group wanted.
Naurin would like to use her bond to kind of look at Kuranagi and ask her about the sage between stars. I
Already
think that's
did.
enough words. You already did?
Yeah, I
When?
asked this gang specifically about it. I
Yeah,
got
but you can ask
information.
her.
Yes, but
Asking some
they
dude.
gave me information from her when I spoke to them
Just,
that other
they
scene.
did?
They were the ones who told me who to go and look for, which is what I'm trying to address with her.
Okay.
What did I tell you
Oh,
again?
yeah,
By the
we
way, I
did.
forgot.
Huh?
What did I tell you again? I
That
forgot.
there's an Oiron at the Holy Oiron that we should Oiron.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that if I wanted information about the sage between the stars, I should go
That's
to
right,
the
that's
Oiron
right.
in that house, the High House of Light or whatever.
By the way, that whole thing, like, but I am considering this a player-driven plot.
The
I would assume
one?
so.
The way you're going is a player-driven plot.
oh yeah, okay.
Okay. But yeah, you can talk to her later on about it. Sure.
I'm actually making the comment, unless one of my companions has something else to say, we could just meet Kuranagi at the entrance after we find Daisuke.
I think perhaps,
Kuranagi will go. I don't think he needed very long.
yeah, well, there you go.
Okay, you go find Daisuke. She
Okay, to contest
she
that,
tells you
there
she
has to
gets
be a
up
fitness
after the
roll.
drink. She says, "I hope you have safe travels. I will speak with Shosuro-san." And she walks into another room.
Kuranagi will get up and follow.
Excellent.
Up alongside.
She will walk into another room that is basically just a room in the dojo with like practice dummies and swords and stuff.
Mhm.
And she will open a drawer and pull out a gi and throw you one and say, you can get dressed over there.
Okay. Kuranagi turns and waddles over to the area and
She gonna
gets
kick
changed.
your ass.
All right. You two may have an unarmed duel, martial arts, while you are talking. How does that
Okie dokie.
sound?
Interesting, considering Kuranagi's gonna get her ass
Perfect.
tossed around.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
But she's not unwilling to get tossed around a bit.
So she's willing to talk if you spar with her while she's talking. If you-
Kuranagi is happy to be manhandled by another woman.
Like, yeah. Oh, Oh, this is what she wants. She just wants to be kind of beaten up a little bit.
I mean,
just a little squished.
this is to new Machiko. This is an intimidation tactic.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work if it arouses her,
Yeah, right.
To Kuranagi, it's a seduction tactic.
obviously.
For Kuranagi, it's an information gathering tactic as
Yeah,
well.
but we're just joking and
Yeah.
sort of.
But honestly, you're just like,
Things can be more than one thing
step
at a time.
on me, mommy.
Okay, I
Yes,
put us.
Kuranagi's choice to... Why does it suddenly say, I lack permission to update? What? I didn't even click anything.
I saw the same thing too.
Who knows?
Computer problems.
Okay,
Dang.
everybody's prepared. I have us in the encounter, so you can roll. It's gonna be a duel. She's gonna start off on fire stance. Why not?
I'll be right back then.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get a drink.
Okay, we both have an initiative of 8.
Nice.
She has an honor of 35.
Wow, she has less honor than me, just barely.
Okay, she goes first.
I'm not doing my job well enough.
We can both increase our strife to increase our initiative. So put a number in the chat, and in 3, 2, 1, we'll reveal our number.
Okay, give me 1 second.
Tara's gonna raise his hand and be like, "Can I put a negative number to go lower?"
3.
2, 1. All right.
Kuranagi.
Why did
All right,
Kuranagi say-
Kuranagi. Oh, I have your thing.
Which
Kuranagi
Kuranagi said
highlighted.
what?
Your Numachiko is going first.
Numachiko is going to go first
Yeah,
in
she's
this
the one.
duel.
Mostly because I walked in here with half strife.
Okay. That is the stare down. Everybody gets one strife from the stare down as your strife increases.
Yep. And she gets an extra one.
Rounds.
You came in here with half strife even after using our bond to drop 2.
Oh, I didn't drop 2. That's a good point. I should have dropped 2 from using the bond.
Yeah,
So that puts me there. Okay.
because you didn't offer it to me, so I assumed you wanted it. And then I used it the second time to drop 2 myself.
Okay. She is going to center on fire stance. So
Nice.
roll a number of skill dice up to your ranks in the skill you choose and reserve any number of those dice. Next time you make a check using the chosen skill or use the center action, after rolling dice you may replace any number of rolled dice with the reserved dice. You cannot reserve a number of dice greater than your ranks in the skill this way. So, there's really no difficulty. It's difficulty 0. My ring is 0, but my skill is 3. So let's roll that. Oh, cool. I will reserve these 2 dice. Okay, that is my action. What is your action? And she will, and while she is centering, she says, "What is it you wish to talk to me about?"
Okay. My action is going to be predict as I center myself into a stance. I will write down my prediction.
Okay.
And the next time they choose their stance, I have to reveal my selection to you. And if I match the stance they choose, they receive 4 strife and must choose a different stance.
That's correct.
Okay. So that's what I'm doing on my turn. On air stance. And then I will say, I was wanting to speak with you in terms of getting the rights to speak with, what was her name? I have it written down. Give me 1 second. Lady Kokonoe
Kokonoe.
of the House of the Holy Oiron.
Oirin.
Oiron.
Okay.
In order to do that, I need a reputation, a positive reputation in the city. And I think you have the means to help provide me with.
Okay. Next round. We can change our stance first thing. And wow, you are predicting, so I think I should change my stance. I don't think I should do fire. I'm gonna change my stance to earth. What's your dang it.
I was hoping to go on the defensive, like, I don't know. All right.
Technically it is on the defensive.
It is, but it's the different kind of a defense. Okay, now we go back to doing our thingies. We both gain 1 strife.
We both gain 2 strife. It's the second round.
Yes, 2 strife.
We get to declare. We can write a number into chat.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me when you're ready.
Ready?
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay.
We still go in the same order.
But she still goes in the same order.
So she says, I could help you with getting a reputation. What are you offering to me? And I will, you know what? I'm going to predict on you as well. And I'm going to write something here. All right, I got my prediction.
Okay.
And now it is...
My turn.
Yes.
Right? Okay, I'm going to be changing my stance.
You don't change your stance. You change at the beginning of the...
I thought it was on your turn.
Wait.
It should be on your turn. Beginning of your turn, right?
During a duel, stances dictate physical strategy. Players are encouraged to narrate how they take a particular stance. When do stances take place? Restraining strife. Yeah, I guess it is when the round is, and not at the beginning of the turn. Okay. Yeah, you can change your stance now.
Yeah, summary of a duel. Each character's on their turn.
On their turn. Choose a stance.
So
So I would have had
I'm
to do that
changing-
after, but still I would have changed it to Earth.
I'm changing my stance to void.
Okay.
Well, you went first in the
Yeah, so you're good.
Okay, and I'm going to say, I have information that you may be interested in, and I am skilled at gathering that information. So in exchange for my assistance at information gathering, you can help provide me and Naurin with reputation. And in doing so, she will take a strike at
Numachiko.
Numachiko.
Okay, make a
Tiana is
strike.
two,
I always
right?
thought it was Yumachiko with a Y.
Numachiko.
Numachiko. Make a strike attack. TN2.
Plunk, wink, wink. Well, I still hit.
All right. She takes, I believe, a punch is 1 point of damage,
That is right. 1 point of damage.
and a Gi will absorb 1 point of damage, so she does not take anything.
She can also tell that I am not extremely skilled at this.
Anything for that opportunity?
The opportunity I want to. This is on Void Ring, so I have to go to Void.
Next Sunday, Legend of Five Rings drunk play.
Choose-
Woot woot.
Choose a ring other than Void. Reduce the TN of your next check by 1 if it uses that ring. That's what I will be doing.
Okay.
I will be choosing water as my ring.
Okay. Next.
We both
Next
gain
round.
3 strife.
Next round, we gain 3 strife. Well, before we gain 3 strife, let's type in the number of that we want to bid to increase our initiative. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh, you go first. And gain 4 strife. I will gain 3 strife.
I did. I will go to water ring.
Tarek, too, so you know, as an unarmed thing, you can do a kick instead of a punch, and that deals 2 damage.
I know.
Did you?
I do.
Okay.
I will. They are on Earth stance right now, right?
Yes.
I will take a calming breath, which reduces my strife by 1. And I will strike at her, saying, do remember that the reputation gathered must be for me and Naurin. Oh.
Crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're running into the microphone.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
What's Crystal doing? Is she giving the mic a little smooch?
And I will do
For
a
free?
decent amount of damage on a punch.
On a punch.
2,
3 bonus
1,
successes, so
3,
that's 4 points of damage. I will take that.
Yep.
So, yeah. She has to block your punch and kind of nods and is like, and then she says, okay. She says, information about what specifically? I can use you to gain whatever information I want, is what you're saying? I can name something and you can give me that type of information. Is that what you're offering? And she will turn to fire stance and strike back. You're on water. I can do that. Oh, wacky. Okay. 1, 2. Let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
Ooh, interesting.
She'll do a critical hit.
Okay, I need to make a fitness roll. It's deadliness 2, I believe, for a punch.
I think it's... Hold on. A punch is damage 1, deadliness 2. Yep.
Okay. I'm on a water ring. Difficulty is TN1, right?
Mm-hmm.
For deadliness, to absorb deadliness. Okay. And an opportunity. do that. And my opportunity on Water Ring will be to remove 2 strife.
Okay. So what happens is she gets past your defenses, right? And she comes up to your face and just goes and taps it.
Bonk. Oh, my face. My beautiful, beautiful face. I thought she was going to steal my glasses for a second. When you said she reaches up right in front of your face, I thought you were going to say, and she snatches your glasses.
That might be funny if I had that technique. She should have that
Yeah.
technique. I haven't, like, 100% fleshed her out, but...
And the rest of the fight, you're basically got Velma Dinkley it until somehow you won.
Okay, so that's the end of this round.
Yes.
We start the next round. We bid.
She will... But at the end of this round, she says, do you yield?
Kuranagi will bow and say, of course. Though the information that I have to provide is of a specific nature. You said something that you needed in our meeting earlier. The location of the Boseki, where they're hiding their leader, Rancid Yomachi. I will find this information for you and deliver it to you specifically. And I promise to do that within 1 day's time.
Whoa. 1 day. I was about to say that... I was about to say that you were already going to do that, and that is of no worth to me. But 1 day...
Why would we want to do that?
Of course you'd want to do that.
What need do I have to meet with the Boseki?
Oh, you're going to meet with the Boseki. I can smell it.
There are those in my group who have interest in meeting them. Whether they can pull that off is a completely different question. There is only one person I know in my circle who has a direct connection to Ransuru Imachi, but she sees him with disdain for the offer he has promised her, which dishonors her and her character. So what need does she have to truck with him? I promise you information from the source directly to you. That won't tie back to you through her or the doji. The 2 individuals who would have ties to you again.
You say you can do this in 1 day. A wager, then. Because the speed at which you do this, that does interest me. If you can get this information to me in 1 day, we will work together on getting you the reputation you need to go see the lady Kokanoe. But if you can't do it in 1 day, Kerusobe has something that I believe belongs to me. If you can't do that, you'll come report to me. I will tell you what I require from Kerusobe, and you will get that for me. Fair? Do we have a bet?
We have an agreement.
Good wager. We are fighters, after all.
Indeed, we all fight our own battles. I appreciate your support, and I look forward to another bout in the future.
She'll bow.
Kuranagi will offer a very polite bow and then back to the door.
Well, she'll point to where your changing area is so you can get changed back into your...
Yeah, she'll go and get changed out of the gi.
Okay.
And then start heading back out to the group.
2 experience points for everybody. Crystal.
Yes.
I can turn your mic back on. You can turn your mic. 2 experience points for everybody. Let's see. Honor, glory, and other types of things. So, for duty and loyalty breach, lose a rank of honor. Lose honor equal to your honor rank for Daisuke.
Oh yeah.
You're muted, Matt.
10 points or 9
Are
points.
you at
If
100
you're at
honor?
100,
No, no, excuse me. 90.
Yeah, so lose
So
9
then
points.
9 points.
And for having an affair with a crime person.
With a thug.
I mean, is that a increase in glory or a decrease in glory?
I don't know.
I don't
That's
think
a
it's a
random
decrease.
thing.
All right,
for
I
a
will
crane,
give you.
For a crane, I'd
Yeah.
argue because it's out of love, it's that it's a hit to glory. But he's throwing her a bone as a samurai, so she might have a samurai baby.
Throwing her a bone.
I'm gonna say this is an interesting thing because it is with a crime person, so that may
No,
be.
I think it's an honor thing, not a glory thing.
If you think, I mean, it depends on how you take it. If you take it that it's kind of like,
Honor's a
oh,
personal
that
thing.
he's a bad boy. He has.
So
sex
she's-
with a
Yeah, I was
She's-
gonna say also he
That might
could
be a
gain
glory
glory
decrease, but
from
an honor
like
decrease.
just
Or if you're, like,
taking someone.
Like some random lady on the street who's also a criminal, then it might just. Be
I'm
a
gonna give
straight-
you 1 point of glory for it. I'm gonna give you 1 point.
I argue that honor is a personal thing, a personal feeling. So if Daisuke considers that a personal feeling to have gone off and
Yeah.
sullied himself by going and banging a
Does
street
his
person.
uncleanliness advantage
The
activate?
the
Exactly.
honor loss is for the honor loss isn't for going to have the affair. The honor loss is for not meeting with the boss who invited him.
Agreed. That's more appropriate.
Considering
'cause
it
it's-
was important to your Geary.
yeah, it's your duty.
Everybody
That
else
booty.
for courtesy, everybody can get 1 point of honor for courtesy. No one is going to talk about your sparring match with the girl unless you're going to talk to everybody about the sparring match with Numachiko. Then there's no glory. No one's going to talk about it.
No, that's a secret that I'm holding closer to the chest.
And having dreams about later tonight.
But for courage in sparring with her, you get 1 point of honor.
That's fair, considering I was scared she was going to kill me for a second.
Leave a bloody pulp.
No, she's
Yeah.
just trying to intimidate you. She's just like, I'm better than you, and I can.
Well, yeah, but that works against Kuranagi, who has a fear of death. Like, if she the moment she pulls out a dagger or something, Kuranagi's going to freak out.
And be like, okay,
Yeah.
Oh my
and
God, she's
go
gonna
grab
kill
her
me!
stuff and disappear.
out the window.
Yeah.
Okay.
Smoke gone.
Anybody want to lobby for anything?
No.
Does anybody feel like they got a bingo?
I don't think I got even. I don't think I got even
No.
close. To the
Unless what Daisuke did counts as skinny dipping, I
No.
don't think it does.
We're all done then. If you think of anything, you can hit me up on the Discord. Thanks everybody. It was a great game. Thanks to Fatcorn for chatting me up and all of the great jokes. Daisuke stopped at a corner store and bought some Strong Love Big Man herbal mix and was on the way to his cultural exchange.
I
Great-
definitely
great
don't
stuff.
have anything. Unless did Daisuke jump across a gap by any chance while he was getting
No,
Getting in and out of the
unfortunately.
boat.
Unfortunately, no, but there will be gaps to be jumped in the future.
There will be
Good, because
gaps.
Sasha, I also have that box.
I have gaps that I am certain will never be jumped.
All right, guys. From Matt, Tarek, Sasha, Crystal, and James, my name is Corey. Go roll some dice.